Welcome back to the show. Check out these headlines here. Crypto utility bull cycle's coming, and 1.7 million of the real USD has been minted. I'm sure it's nothing. We got that and so much more. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You can follow us on Twitter, YouTube, and digperspectives.com for exclusive content. Right now, $2.37 trillion market cap for crypto. The market is off 2.7% in the last 24. 64,000 plus for Bitcoin right now. 2,600 plus for Ethereum. 119 billion plus market cap for USD Tether. USDC is 35 billion plus. XRP is 63 cents, sitting just under that 64-cent range that everybody knows we need to close above to get to that next micro target of 75 cents. But we're up 8.1 on the 7-day, ladies and gentlemen. Know that much. We're ranging between 62 and 66 cents. So we have been above the 64-cent mark. So just keep that in your mind as we move forward through the material. We got a lot of great stuff to go over today. You're going to love it. But I want to tell you about this because you're going to love this too. It's linked to private equity, your private market investing platform with the best affordable minimums in the world when it comes to private equity, by the way. And I don't mind telling you, you can get Ripple, Cerebras, Zipline, Uphold. You can get iTrust Capital, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, the leader when it comes to crypto, gold, silver IRAs. You have access to get this equity in these companies before they have some kind of a public exit, whether it be an IPO or a merger acquisition. This is a place where the wealthiest people in the world go to maintain, grow their wealth. It's private equity. So don't waste any time. Click the link to my sponsor below. Sign up, register, and get started today. Take a listen to this. This is from a couple years ago at the Economic Forum, or Economic Club in New York, excuse me. And this is Liz Clayman speaking with Brad Garlinghouse. We're going to set the tone here, and then we're going to move quickly through the material.
XRP was made to be a better Bitcoin. This is why.
Bitcoin started from the Satoshi white paper. And one of the things about how Bitcoin works is through proof of work. It has mining. You've heard about miners that are using compute power to verify transactions. That's expensive, and it causes a scalability problem. The inventors, the original engineers who developed the XRP ledger were early Bitcoin engineers who saw that there was going to be a scalability problem of Bitcoin over time.
Well, it's also finite. There are 21 million Bitcoin, and that's the end of that.
That will be the end. Today, there's fewer than that. There continue to be Bitcoins mined, and so it's growing with the idea that it'll have a maximum of 21 million units. With XRP, the idea was, look, when you're doing this mining, it slows down transactions. It makes transactions expensive. There's a better way to do that, and they developed something called, that I won't technically go into, called the consensus algorithm. But basically the idea is you don't have to have mining to verify a transaction.
There you go, right there. That's how fast the space is moving. Because look, we're talking about the difference between holding something that's like you're looking at as a store of value like gold, and it's going to go up over time, like with Bitcoin. And then you have something like XRP that is high utility to it for payments and settlement, right? And then here is a quick reminder for anybody who hasn't seen this. This is the one and only Quincy Jones. Yes, he's also a XDC developer, and he also develops on the XRP ledger as well. But take a listen to what he says to remind everybody here.
So anybody out there that's telling you they know where the price of XRP will go has no idea. Absolutely zero clue. But I'll give you a tiny hint of an idea of what could happen. So XRP it's a financial instrument of value. And that instrument is basically, the instrument's really liquidity between different other instruments like bonds, stocks, currencies, everything basically. Yeah. And the XRP is only worth the value of the things that are issued on it, because it would cost XRP to buy those things on the network and use that liquidity. Mm-hmm. So what ends up happening here is not only do you have to issue all of the equity, but you've also got to issue all of the debt. So XRP is only bound by the fiscal responsibility of the people that issue assets on it, which is obviously irresponsible. So XRP could be at $100, $100,000, $1 million. It depends on how many assets you want to issue onto the network. So if you
And there you have it right there. Great job from Quincy Jones. The real USD is listed, if you haven't seen it over the weekend. The real USD is listed on CoinGecko, and it's just waiting to launch, ladies and gentlemen. It's not available for purchase at the moment, but it will be soon. That's what we know right here. So, but let's get into this. I reminded everybody over the weekend, Ripple mints 300,000 real USD stablecoins in 24 hours, but stay with me because it's gotten better. Then we saw this. We saw this early this morning. Give Michael Branch a follow. Ripple has minted 99% of its total real USD supply, 800,000 tokens in just one day. Oh, okay. And here is where you can go watch for yourself how this is coming to the ledger and the XRP and the Ethereum network as well. And this right here will show you that you can go to XRP scan.
It's on their official channels, which is right now not the case, so we are in beta.
And we are in beta, right.
And a lot of people ask me, where can I look at the total supply of RLUSD on the XRP ledger and also on Ethereum? And I want to show you how. I'm currently on XRP scan. And if you go to the search bar, you type in RLUSD, you get RLUSD issuer, you click on that, then search, and then you get this here. So you verify that this is the correct wallet, check mark activated by Ripple, awesome. And then you go down to the asset section, you click on issued, and then you can look at the issued supply, which is always the up-to-date issued supply on the XRP ledger for RLUSD, and here we see 756,000. And that is for XRP ledger. If you want to know about the Ethereum side, you go to etherscan.io and you click on the search bar here. You type in RLUSD, give a second, and you click on the first one here. Verify 100% always the address, that this is the correct address.
There you have it. Shout out to Vet for that information. So you can go to XRP Scan or the other platform, and you can find out exactly the total amount on each network. Currently, right now, last check here, 1.7 million real USD minted since just 2 days ago. Yeah. How about it? And again, in this article, Vet is helping all of us understand what's going on. It said total supply of real USD at the time of the article, 812,034 across the ETH and XRP ledger at that point. In the last 24, 800,000 RLUSD got minted on Ethereum and the XRP ledger combined. 99% of the total supply was minted in the last 24 hours. That tells me that they're getting ready to launch this thing. Now, don't be surprised if the SEC appeals before October 7th. Maybe October 6th, right around midnight, right? But don't be surprised if you get that and you see that be a negative impact temporarily on XRP price. And then I wouldn't be surprised to see the launch of the real USD sometime around or after that. That would help to counter that position as well. I just had a talk with a friend of mine about it, and I completely agree. I think he's spot on with that. Remember, I could be wrong here, but I've always felt that there needs to be a legal dog leash on Ripple and XRP because it's not something that was created to sit outside of the financial system. It was something that is created to complement and be a bridge inside of the financial system, which means if you're truly going to introduce a new form of money into the financial system, you cannot afford to get this wrong, which means you cannot afford to have a way to pull it back if it goes wrong. And that's why I believe ultimately it has to have a legal dog leash on it while we move through adoption. And by the way, the introduction of real USD launched on the XRP ledger and the Ethereum network is adoption. It is growth. And I expect that to happen while we still see the case move through appeals and ultimately the Supreme Court, unless we get legislation that puts it to bed and it doesn't need to go that far. But that's the way I'm seeing it right now. Now, with that being said, what about adoption inside the financial system? Well, shout out to Ripples in Wales here. He says, what have I stumbled upon? And this is the Financial Stability Board, which is really a group that works directly with the BIS, the Central Bank of Central Banks. And inside of this is timelines on each of the bullet points for adoption. Nothing alarming here in any one particular event. It's just that most of these timelines between 23 and 25 put us in a place where we can see some real launching off. Look at all of this, deadlines here, action timeline from 23 to 25. Now, obviously, there's still a few things that are going to get done from 25 going forward, but the majority of everything discussed here by the Financial Stability Board is, in fact, by 25, 26. So it's pretty remarkable when you see that's where we're looking down the barrel here, and there's only 1 quarter left in 2024. Now, to add to that point, let's take a look at this. Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson, October 22nd and 23rd, are going to be meeting with the Federal Reserve in Philadelphia to discuss payments and innovation of payments. Now, you tell me what comes with that. Does it surprise you that Brad Garlinghouse predicts double the crypto market cap that we currently have within the next 3 months? Take a listen.
Recently predicted that the crypto market will double in size to $5 trillion by the end of 2024. That is a big prediction just by the end of this year.
Yeah, I don't even feel like it's that big a prediction when you step back. And, you know, like any market, this is driven by supply and demand. You have decreasing supply for a whole bunch of reasons, the halving of Bitcoin being an important one. You have an increasing demand, the ETF being a key part of that. And I think it's also people realizing that crypto plays a role as an asset. You know, it's a $2.5 trillion market. Maybe it's a little less than that now. But so it's basically just predicting it's going to double by the end of the year. And if anything, I think I probably underpredicted that.
And there you have it. And if he's right about that, and you start asking yourself, well, how much of that is retail and how much of that $2.5 trillion that plus is getting ready to move into the market, should he be correct, would be institutional money. Dark Defender says the final boss, of which we were aware months ago, standing right in front of 6649 is where we're looking, will soon be eliminated. Now remember, just to come back here for a second, remember, we ranged right here 6646, and he's talking about 6649. Will soon be eliminated. That's how close we are, right? XRP bounced back from 6655. Enjoy your day. You can see it right here where the bounce back is. Got to get above it, right? Got to get above it. But take a look at this. XRP ASO, the average sentiment oscillator. This is a new update from Eggrag Crypto. You're going to love this. ASO is a powerful tool designed to capture the emotional pulse. The emotional pulse of the market helps traders gauge whether the majority of participants are feeling optimistic bullish or pessimistic bearish, right? Dive deeper into the explanation below to understand the full scope of ASO and how it works. Now, I think we all understand what we're seeing here, right? And these jaws that are showing, he says, my advice, hold tight till we see major pumps. Trying to trade XRP over the past 3 years could have been a killer. Stay focused on long-term picture here. So if you look at this, right, long-term picture, you can see where we are right now. This is the window where we're at right here, right? This is the largest jaw we've seen. So here's the cross, the window here for A, and what we saw from that, 55,000% at that cross. This cross here, right, we go in, we see the red move up, right? And then what do we see? When that crossed again here, we saw 1,500 break up, and that was in 21, right? $1.92, 94, something like that. And then across again, we saw the market go down for a long period of time, right? We crossed again, and now we don't know what is going to come from this. But we're here for it, right? Think of it. And look, now we're here. And after this cross, we had this window, 10 bars, 303 days, 10 bars, 303 days, 10 bars, 304 days. So what is going to happen? things are speaking now on the chart that we've not really seen. That's really what we're talking about here. You know, we're talking about seeing things now like this cycle is different. The formation doesn't resemble previous patterns. So that means there is fundamental activity that is having an effect on the markets, which is showing up in a difference on patterns on the charts. That's what's interesting. This cycle is different because we saw the pop within that 10-bar frame, right? We saw the pop within the 10-bar frame, but not here. We didn't see it the same way, right? So what is to come? I don't know. I'm just glad we're here for it, ladies and gentlemen. This time is different. If we look at what this chart says now, and this is his September 30th chart, it's a cleaner way of looking at what he's laid out from the ASO business, right? And all of those tools there. So you look at where we are here, what we saw 2017, 2018, he throws the bars up, right? We had 10 bars, 306 days. We have 5 bars, 151 days, 19 bars on that stretch, and now we're 10 bars, 305 days, and we still haven't seen history repeat. But we know we're sitting in front of some really incredible moments that need to happen. One, about the case being appealed. Again, I think it will. Minus legislation, we're going to the Supreme Court, and we may go to the Supreme Court in spite of legislation. And I'm not deterred by any of that because they're going to launch the RLUSD. Brad and Chris are going to speak with the Fed next month. You don't just call up and decide to go speak to the Fed, right? They're a member of Fed now. It makes sense that they would be speaking with the Fed, right? They are a member of the International Swaps and Derivatives Association. They are directly connected to working with the DTCC. The former CEO of the DTCC, settling more than $2 quadrillion, was a Ripple advisor back in 2015. So, you know, there's a lot here in front of us that we've yet to see happen. And a lot of it we've known for years. But it doesn't change the fact that the only thing that's going to allow this to take off is legislative and legal clarity. Period. Full stop. Nothing has diminished about Ripple or XRP at my house. In fact, the case for it has gotten even stronger. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. We're going into the Freedom Zone. I tell you, you're going to want to join us. You can join the Freedom Zone. It's a wonderful way to support the channel, and I am super grateful for everyone who does. You can support the channel for less than the cost of a cup of coffee per month. That's what that's about, and we greatly appreciate that. Censorship is very real in the social media world, as you are all finding out. There is no free speech, and there certainly isn't a free press. But we appreciate anyone who joins to help support the channel. No question about it. You can go to digperspective.com, click on the Freedom Zone, and come on in. All right, welcome back.